Hi, I'm Altha Amos with Prepare for Employment, and I just exposed my business on BizLinks TV network. Learn more about how our job readiness individual services prepares effective resumes and provides successful job placement coming up on my episode of That's My Biz on BizLinks TV.
That's My Biz is sponsored by Visita Live Site and Constant Contact. Hi everyone, Pamela Alexander with BizLinks TV Network on location. Again, enjoying bringing you to wonderful businesses, nonprofits, associations, organizations that we meet when we're out there networking. We meet these great businesses and these great people, and we wanted to share them with you because, again, we know you do business with people you know, like, and trust. So we want to make sure that you get to know them through the show. So with that, we want to remind you that you can go back to www.bizlinks.tv to check out this episode again so you can share it with your family and friends and anybody. Any of your colleagues that need this information. Also, check out the archives so you can watch our other great shows as well. And then also go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/BizLinksTV. And don't forget our YouTube channel, youtube.com/BizLinksTV. Make sure you subscribe so you stay up to date when the shows are released. Now, we have a great guest with us today, Ms. Altha Amos. Welcome.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Now, we've had her on before, and she was on talking about the Amos Employment Consulting Agency, where she works with organizations and churches to help them put in place their job readiness programs or to have refreshers and really be able to have a great program that they can offer to their members and their clients. But I wanted to dive a little bit deeper, and with that, she also has her business Prepare for Employment, where she works with individuals around job readiness. So this gives an opportunity to get in a little bit more for you so that you can get some more details about job readiness. So Altha, I want to start with first asking you, now what made you start this particular business?
What made me start this particular business was so many individuals who had great work history, lost their job to the economy, basically. Everyone experienced that issue.
Right.
And they were having a very hard time finding work. And it wasn't based on the fact that they didn't have education or skills or work ethic. So as a career counselor, they would come to me. I would prepare their resume and found it wasn't as I said before, the skills or the work history. They didn't have good interviewing skills, nor did they know how to search for work. And this was affecting the older generation more and the younger generation more so than the millennials, because a lot of the my older clients, they weren't used to going online and filling out job applications. A lot of them didn't have computer skills. They didn't know how to upload a resume. Wow. So I developed the program so that I can offer that service to them, and they didn't have to stress anymore. I'll look for jobs for them and provide them with job leads.
Wow, that's great. So kind of gone are the days of the staying with companies 10, 20 years. I mean, there's still some that are out there, but on average, most employees staying with the company that length of time. So now they end up finding themselves even back in the job search experience, not only from just losing a job, but also in just that I'm ready to change, or I need to get something else, some other opportunities.
When you have stayed on a job for 20 years, it's like it's scary. You're on another planet.
You got to dust off that resume, right?
And you have to dust it off, but then it's knowing how to prepare one, and knowing how to upload it on the computer, because before you can just walk in and request an application, you fill it out, and you were called back for an interview if you had the right skill sets. But it's totally different now.
Wow.
And for our younger generation, there's a high unemployment rate amongst the youth, because when the welfare system law changed, a lot of adults had to go out and work who were underskilled and uneducated, and they went in and they took those jobs that were available for the youth. So the youth are now wondering, how do I work, or how do I develop skills if they won't hire me? And what I advise young people when I'm doing a one-to-one, you need to volunteer. Although volunteering, you don't get paid, you are developing work skills. Also, there is a free online website, allison.com, where individuals can go on and they can obtain free certifications. And those certifications will make the youth more marketable. The volunteering gives them job skills.
Okay.
The certificates make them educated, so they're more marketable to employers, and not just Chick-fil-A or McDonald's, but to insurance companies, Coca-Cola.
Wow.
Those skills open doors for them.
So now you said it's Allison.com. Spell Allison so they get the right spelling.
It's www.alison.com.
Okay, so you all check that out. So now the certificates on Allison.com, what types of industries or types of certificates are there?
All industries,
Okay.
customer service, Microsoft, there's nursing, mental health, business management. Anyone could go on and look for them if they want to enhance their skills, especially managers.
Okay,
Yes.
so now are they going through an online type program?
Yes,
Okay.
everything is online.
Wow, so that is great. So you all get out there. It's always great to have certificates. Like you said, it's kind of that continuing education, but being able to show that. So more than just kind of going out and getting some books and reading those, but to have that actual certificate that you can add to your resume. It's fantastic.
Especially when you're a 16-year-old, you have work skills and then you have certificates already. The company looks at you and they're saying, wow, this person is motivated and they can be an asset to our company. So and you're already building your skills at such a young age. So that's a very good look for employers.
Wow, that's fantastic. So you all gather certificates. Also, one thing I want to ask you, when we talk about the individuals that you work with, so, and then this is all one-on-one, or are there group sessions as well?
One-on-one.
Everything's one-on-one. And then, so when you work with them, now is it face-to-face? Is it over the phone or web? How is it?
Face-to-face.
Okay.
And
so
we
that's good.
work with them. We look at them from head to toe. We judge their hair, makeup, shoes. We
Okay.
make sure that they are very well prepared for their interview.
Okay.
They are taught how to answer questions. We judge them on their body language, everything.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. So then what I'll do is I'll take a quick commercial break, and then when we come back, I want to dive a little bit more into talking about resumes for today, and I'm also talking about some of those interview skills.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll be right back.
See that woman? She's not just someone who can make a Cancun vacation tax deductible. She's a marketer. Sharon uses constant contact email to maintain and build relationships. She sends her clients professional newsletters. And she can see who opens and clicks on them, so she knows what's working. It's not just those fast fingers that keep Sharon's clients flocking back. Sharon's a marketer, and all it took was constant contact. Try it free.
Visita makes it easier for your business to get paid online. With Visita LiveSite, your clients can pay for any service, invoice, or scheduled appointment right from your website, social network profile, or email. You can accept any credit card or PayPal, and funds will be deposited directly to your bank account or PayPal account at no extra charge. Easily add payment options to your site that fit your brand and website design and are fully supported on mobile devices. No technical skills are required.
Once again, we want to thank our sponsors. Without them, this is not possible. And we want to keep this show going because we're meeting so many great businesses, and we want to make sure that you know about them as we're out there networking. And we want you to know, like, and trust them and learn that through watching the interviews. I am today with Altha Amos, and she's with Prepare for Employment. We were talking about just job readiness and the services that she provides to individuals to help you find that next great job. And Altha, I want to get into, let's talk a little bit about resumes themselves, because I can imagine from the time I was in the job workforce and looking for a job, I don't even want to dust mine off anymore. But tell me about the different style resumes. I know chronological used to be the big style, but kind of what's expected out there right now?
Chronological and functional.
Okay.
Chronological is the best for individuals who have an excellent work history.
Okay.
Never having breaks in their job history. A functional resume is for individuals who've been out of work for a long time.
Okay.
Employers are not being able to see on a functional resume because you're not dating it.
Okay.
But you're just identifying your skills.
Okay.
And which is making you just as marketable as anyone else. You're just not listing the dates.
Okay, so now for that, so the employers won't then look and say, well, okay, they didn't give us dates, so they must not have been working, but it's an acceptable format for employers, or does it just vary from company to company?
It's acceptable. One thing that individuals don't have to worry about is the HR person actually pulling your resume resume, so they're not really paying a lot of attention to the dates.
Okay.
What's going on now, because you're applying for jobs online, computers are actually pulling your resume and sending a message over to the HR person that you qualify for the job. So you have to make sure that your skills are very well listed in your resume.
Okay, so it's really looking at key terms and keywords
Right.
based on those skills.
Right. When you see a job that you're interested in, look at the duties. Make sure that those duties are in your resume. Otherwise, the computer will not pull it.
Okay, so should someone have several different types of resumes, or not types, but it's the same resume, but maybe the verbiage change is the description, or what they're looking for? I don't know if that's still part of the resume as well now too.
Yes.
That summary.
You shouldn't have 25 resumes.
Okay. So this is why I asked the questions.
No, one resume is good enough.
Okay.
Based on how diverse your background is as
Okay.
far as work and where you want to move on to. Let's just say you've gone back to college and you've received your master's degree. Yes, you want to list those skills, but a lot of people, when they feel that they have to alter their resume, no, altering means you have to alter it so that the duties that you for the job that you're applying for are in the resume.
Okay.
So that can be looked at and pulled.
Okay, so it's not really about kind of changing and fudging a little bit about what you did in a particular job or a particular role, but just making sure those key things are pulled out that help make you look very marketable to that company.
Yes, and quite a few people mess up because they have a resume for customer service, then they have a resume for a mechanic.
Okay.
And you have to take that in consideration that if you're using a chronological resume, you're missing some years.
Okay.
So the employer is going to look at that and state, well, what happened between these years? And then you have to explain, well, I was a mechanic, and most employers won't know that because again, the computer is pulling it.
Okay.
And if you haven't worked in that long, that period of time, there can be an issue when the employer actually looks at your resume.
Okay, I got that. So now let's talk a little bit about the interview process. What are some of the mistakes that you see people make typically when they go on interviews?
The way they dress and their body language.
Okay.
That's the worst. Showing up late,
Okay.
showing up with friends. Because if an employer contacts you and invite you in for an interview, there's a 90% chance that you have that job.
Okay.
When they invite you in for the interview, they want to know, do you really know about this company? They want to know how your appearance is because you're representing the company, your body language, and if you're going to fit the culture at that business. So that's what's important. You've already almost got the job when you're brought in for an interview.
I love that. And one thing that I recall when I was in the position of hiring, something that I always looked at was after someone left after an interview, I would go ask our receptionist what their behavior was in the waiting room and how they treated them as well. So is that still something that's
very
really
important?
Yeah.
And I have known clients who have had people drop them off, and this is a true story. The person drove into the parking lot with very loud music.
Okay.
And people were looking out the window at that person getting out of the car with the individual. So, and that stopped that person from getting the job.
Wow,
Yeah.
it's the simple little things. And what about the follow-up after an interview? Talk about what's important now. Is it, it used to be the kind of the thank you letter, that sort of thing. I know now we're in more technology-based world. So what's better? Is it still a physical letter, electronic email, or what do you think?
Thank you letter is very important.
Okay.
Very important because when you send that thank you letter, you're sending a reminder of who you are and what day you interviewed and so forth. So it's very important to send a thank you letter, especially if you haven't heard from them in a while. And it is okay to reach out to the HR department after 2 weeks and you haven't heard anything. Just call and say, I would like to check the status of my application and my interview.
Okay.
That's fine. They're not mad at you for doing that.
Okay, so there you all go. So now let me ask you also, what are some of the things, I know sometimes, maybe for individuals that are not used to hiring, or maybe it's a small business that's growing, what are some of the questions, as if I'm the person going in for the interview, that I should know that they should not be asking me?
Questions that employers shouldn't ask you are personal questions about regarding your family, your criminal history, your health. Those are questions.
So not even your criminal history?
Not even your criminal history, because President Obama, they have ruled out take off the box. So they can't ask you one-on-one, but they can do a background check. So that's how they would retrieve that information. regarding
Okay. Now, if they do that and they do the background check and you're really appealing to them and they want to hire you, are they then allowed to ask any more specific questions to get a sense of, is this the right person that we should hire because we did uncover this in the background check?
Yes, that is. But sometimes a person can go in and present themselves so well, and they can present in a way that, hey, I am a good fit for this company.
Okay.
They will sometimes look over it. And then if the individual knowingly that they have a felony background, they can take that bonding letter. They can also say, here, you will get an insurance if you hire me. You also get a tax credit. Most companies, when they see a person and they have a good spirit, good vibe, they're willing to look over that.
Wow.
And it also depends on the crime.
Okay.
Most companies, if will look over the fact of one, domestic violence. If it's drug related, they look over it. If it's a DUI, they'll look over it. The hardest jobs to fill with an individual who had a crime against a child. Those are the hardest.
Okay. So now you have it. So if you're not sure, again, make sure that you reach out to Altha. Now, Altha, I also want to ask you, in working with the individuals, tell me a little bit about your success rate in working with the individuals with Prepare for Employment.
We have a very high success rate because we're a for-profit organization. So individuals are coming to us and they're paying us, wanting us to help them find a job because they're having a hard time. We're going to work with that individual one-on-one. We're also going to reach out to employers on behalf of that individual that's coming to us and connect them to employers and also provide them with job leads. Now, it is up to that individual to go in and complete job applications online. And then after they have submitted the application, we will reach out to the employer to find out if they have the right skill sets for them. So very high success rate.
So now, do they start with a consultation? Is it hourly working with you, or is it a kind of a program or a package that they get to work with you?
They can get a package. If they just need a resume, then they just order the resume. But we have a job readiness package where it includes the resume, interviewing skills, as well as connecting to employers. And you can do a weekly job search, which we charge as low as $10 for it, and we send you job leads every week.
Wow. So those of you all out there, because I know there's a number of you all, we have a lot of small businesses that are viewers, but we also have those that are looking for employment, or again as well, now do you work with those who may be currently working, but they're looking to change jobs?
We will work with anyone. We don't discriminate against anyone. We work with CEOs who are looking to change careers. To high school students. So, and a lot of parents are hiring us right now because they want their teenagers in jobs this summer. So we work with everyone.
That is great. So you need to reach out to Altha, because this is just having that leg up, and that's what we need today. Like you mentioned, there's so many people out there looking for jobs, or they're trying to change jobs. So you really need to find out what's the best thing that you need to do based on seeing where you are now and then where you need to go. So we want you to make sure that you reach out to Altha and that you get those skill sets that you need and the services that you need to find that next great position. So Altha, please, before we go, tell everyone how they can get in touch with you.
You can get in touch with me at althaamos@yahoo.com, or you can call me at 404-772-8820, or you can visit the website and order your resume today at www.prepareforemployment.com. And I also wanted to add, we work with individuals throughout the country, so if you order your resume, if you live in New York, you can order your resume, and we have a 24-hour turnover period. So if you order your resume today, you will have it tomorrow.
I love that, and you can't beat it. So you make sure that you reach out to Altha. Altha, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, everyone. I don't have to keep telling you. You need to go ahead and watch this episode again. Take your notes, because I tell you every time, take that pen and paper out. Take your notes. Share this information. If it's not you that's looking for a job, share the information with someone, because we know there's many people out there that are. So make sure that you let them know to watch this episode and to pass it on as well. Make sure that you reach out to Altha with prepare for employment. And we want to remind you that you can see this episode again at www.bizlinks.tv. Also check out the archives out there as well. Go to our Facebook page at facebook.com/bizlinkstv and our YouTube channel at youtube.com/bizlinkstv. Make sure that you subscribe. And what's also important is please make sure that you give us comments so that we can keep bringing these great guests to you and we can pass on your information, your comments to our guests as well. I'm Pamela Alexander with BizLinks TV Network, exposing your business to the world.